Okay, I'm not sure if I've broke down Cropster before, but this is the way we log all our roasts. So all these lines are little gas adjustments. This is the bean temp curve, rate of rise curve, and environmental temperature curve. And then the dull gray line you see in the background, that's the profile curve. So that's kind of the curve that you're chasing. And then when you make adjustments, you can enter them in with these buttons in real time, and then they'll end up on here. So the red ones are the ones from this roast. And then the bean temp curve is the main curve here. So you can see the blue one tracking right in front of the gray one. I've got a scripted gas adjustment, 2.4 plus 40. That means I'm gonna bring the gas down to 2.4 water columns and increase the airflow to 40 at that set time. And I'm gonna stick to it because everything looks pretty good. So I'll just enter in here what I'm gonna do. 2.4 plus 40. I can mark it and make the adjustment. And I'm reprofiling this one because there's some gas adjustments in the back end that just don't really make sense for what's going on. So we're changing a few things and get a little bit more deliciousness out of it. Now you won't always make them exactly as scripted. If it's a lot hotter day and there's more ambient temperature, you might use less burner to get what you want. If it's a lot cooler day, you might use more burner than scripted to get what you want. It's kind of organic. Santa Cruz is really nice for roasting because the temperature is pretty moderate most of the time and really predictable. It never gets really, really cold, and it never gets scorchingly hot. And we're really, really close to the water, like 2 or 3 blocks away. So we got a nice kind of ocean breeze, and it really regulates the temperature. So it's pretty easy to roast here. There's always one when you're blending. This guy. All right, there are the 2 roasts I was talking about. So the blue one is the new one, that one right there, and the red one is the old one. And just wanted to draw it out a little bit more and kind of smooth out the end right here. So see how the red one kind of goes up and then juts kind of sharp, and the blue one curves a little bit more gradually. I like that a little bit better. Plus we wanted a little bit more length on it just to kind of mellow some of the acidity out. It is for espresso. It is a bit of a longer roast. Okay, we got 3 new people in the roastery. 3 of the girls from the cafe are now working in the roastery with us, and they've been going through training for the last couple weeks. Grace has been helping out a lot with the training. Alex has taken on the order processing training and all the technical stuff. It's kind of pushing me as a trainer or educator a little bit because I've roasted for a while, but I haven't trained roasting as much as I've trained something like espresso. So with espresso, I've got like a really dialed system, and I feel really comfortable with that system. And the roasting training system is still in a constant state of evolution. All education is always in a constant state of evolution, but I'm not as comfortable with my roasting training platform yet. So they're definitely getting all the vital information, but I really pride myself on being able to make complicated things simple, and I don't think the roasting training is as simple as it's going to be yet, which is just part of the journey, and you got to be okay with that. So it makes my brain work, and I think that's a good thing. Oh, wow. So here's the thing. I was filling all these bags of coffee, and I decided to put it all over the ground. Very ashamed of myself, but just wanted to share this with you, special moment. This is our wholesale car. It was Chuck's Subaru Outback, and he sold it to the company for $1,000, and there was all kinds of stuff in it, and Alex is cleaning it out. It's hard to overstate how horrible it looked, but it's gonna be pretty good right now. It just kept coming. We're in Oakland. Adam just threw me his keys so he doesn't have to walk down to let me in. You know, that's what friendship's all about. Yeah, we're gonna go to the new Blue Bottle, but Adam and April's dog has a slip disc, and it gets real excited when everybody leaves and starts barking. So to keep it calm and make sure it can heal, we leave 1 person at a time from the apartment. So I was the first out. So I'm just out here waiting.
Let me tell you about this special cup of espresso that I got today. We're in Oakland, California. This is actually old Oakland. It's got brick streets, as you can see. The streets, I mean, well, the sidewalks are brick, the streets aren't brick. But the sidewalks are, which is really interesting because the building is also made of brick. That's what makes this shot of espresso here at Blue Bottle so good. Thank you.
I've known Adam for a while, and he was feeling bad because when I was like 19 or 20, he sold me a car for 9,000 bucks that was probably worth $4,000 or $5,000. 6, maybe not. We weren't that good of friends yet. We were good enough friends. And I was telling him he should feel bad for selling a young child something for way too much money. But then what we just remembered was that I sold the same car for $10,000 to my brother Who then traded that car back to Adam for a 300ZX.
Oh, that I paid $4,500.
That he paid $4,500 for. Who's deep? This is a 240SX.
Right.
S14.
Sick ass.
$10,000. Now you would pay 10,000 bucks for one in that condition.
That's true.
But it was definitely not worth that much at the time.
Like I'm terrible. Right.
That one, yeah.
We're in San Francisco with Adam. Again, get a double dose of Adam. Whoa, almost died. That was crazy. What's that? Line on the curb? Hang on. It's early in the morning. You're not supposed to skate this early. I can barely move. Skating, filming clips. Met up with Benny Gold, one of my favorite designers. He's tight and a regular dude, so that's sick. Destination winning. So tired, so tired. We're on Valencia, gonna meet the girls. Used to work on this street, kinda hate it, kinda like it. We're up on jump. This is where you want to start. Boy.
So what's your better, what do you like?
Everyone's taking a picture of this alley, and now I am too. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, the mission is white.
Adam's got the edit, but he forgot the small hand.
Padero, do you remember that?
I had a pretty sweet time in the Bay Area. I don't go up to San Francisco and Oakland as much as I should, even though it's really close. It seems like it's really far, but it's really like an hour, hour and a half at the most. A couple of takeaways. Blue Bottle does a really good job as a chain store. Now I know you might think they're too small to be a proper chain, but they have a lot of stores. And whether or not you think it's cool that they took a couple rounds of venture capital investment, I think they're handling the growth really well. Their stores are predictable, they're always clean, and they're very consistent in that when you walk into a Blue Bottle, you know it's a Blue Bottle. So I think that's a really awesome plus. Are they my favorite coffee shop? Well, that doesn't really matter. I'm not really into the idea of doing reviews of coffee shops or saying what I do and don't like the best, because in reality, I like a lot of different things, and the point of this vlog is not to say this person's better or this person's not as good, but just to kind of share information. So I think they are doing the growth thing well, and I'll just leave it at that. I really, really like going to Benny's store. I like that it's a clothing boutique, but he's also got coffee, he's also got chai, and it's like a really awesome community hangout. It reminds me of the same feeling you get from skate shops when you go back in the day, when you'd come in, watch some videos, maybe buy a couple things, maybe not even, but just it was a place where you met your friends at before you attacked the spot or did whatever else you were gonna do for the day. And I really like that feeling. I'd like to see more of that kind of stuff because I honestly feel way more comfortable in a space like that than in some of the new, like really fancy kind of overly Pinteresty coffee shops. It's just not as much my vibe. So something that's got a little bit more street roots to it, I really enjoy. So if you're going through San Francisco, I definitely recommend going through the Mission and checking this spot out. There's a ton of coffee over there too. It's really close to Ritual. It's really close to 4 Barrel. 4 Barrel's the one that does his special roast. You got it in an awesome fog camo bag. I'll do more Bay Area stuff soon, I promise. I haven't been really active in the comments section because I've been doing so much at work, so much training as you saw, and really excited. We got some special new surprises coming very soon. So with that, stay dialed, and I will catch you on the flip side, y'all. Peace!
Blue Bottle saucer is, it's a little asymmetrical, egg-shaped, different. Really holds the espresso cup in place.